That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks, to a Notre Dame has a absolutely golden opportunity on its hands, and it needs to deliver edition of the Always Irish Show. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Johnny out as well. Notifications on that way you don't miss a thing. Twitter, search bar Always Irish or at Always Irish Inc. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only, anywhere you want it, you can get it. If you don't want to see my stupid face, who could blame you for that? Go to the audio only. And as if my voice is any smoother than my face. But you can pick your poison on that one. Notre Dame on SI, you can read all about it every single day. I got an article for you. Challenge your mind. It's so much easier for me to just do YouTube and talk than it is to write. It's a unique challenge for my messed up Notre Dame brain. Go there, check it out. Patreon.com/alwaysirish. The former captain, Mike Goolsby, and myself breaking it all down. Jared Clark, #1 football team in high school football in Florida, and we got that guy breaking down film for us. Jared Clark, former Notre Damer. Oh my gosh, he's got it going on down there in Florida. I love our team, man. It's beautiful. Link in the description. Join us. Okay. After the Navy game, which I was nervous about, and it's not like I don't believe in Notre Dame's talent or whatever. It's just the goofy way Navy plays. You could find yourself in trouble no matter how good you think you are. You could find yourself in trouble. So I had some anxiety about that. Ends up, you pass that test with flying colors. Now, there's light at the end of the 10-2 tunnel. Okay? Be real about it. Pitt is your last big test. This team ain't losing to Syracuse, Angelilus Syracuse on senior day, and Stanford and sleepy old Palo Alto. They're not losing to those teams. The Pitt game is the Super Bowl for them and for us. And you all know how much Narduzzi hates Notre Dame and everything, whatever. They're going to be ready. Coming off a bye week, they're going to be ready. But damn it, so is Notre Dame. So is Notre Dame. Fighting back from that 0-2 frustrating start where you did not put your best foot forward, especially defensively. To start out 0-2, these guys knew they had to be perfect the rest of the way. You could see the light at the end of the tunnel now. It was like, okay, just don't get lost 3 before USC. And then it was, if you get over the USC hump, then you get into the bye week, then you really like your chances. Here we are, man. Navy was another one of those marking points, again, just because of how unique the gameplay is on the field with them. It's all about Pitt. It's all about Pitt. And here's my thought on this, man. To go from 0-2, losing 2 of the 3 biggest games on your schedule, going from that to positioning yourself to where you may end up hosting a playoff game, that is an unbelievably fortuitous situation. I almost look at it as a bonus spin at the wheel. To go from 0-2 and how low we were, how bad we felt, how bad the vibes were, to fight all the way back to being number 10 in that first playoff. And I think you're going to move up to 9 because BYU had a bad performance and they're going to drop below you. And I think you nudge up to 9. You're 1 spot away from hosting a playoff game. For starting out 0-2 the way we did to get to here, man, it's like a new lease on life. It's just a new lease on life. And it's like, I said this before and I'll say it again. You got to give credit to Freeman and these teams last year and this year for having their backs against the wall in September, early mid-September, knowing they have to win out to have a chance to do anything they want to do. And they did it last year, ran it all the way to the brink of a title. And they're on the verge of doing it now as well. Again, unbelievable resilience shown by this program. But I am going to say this. For as much credit as we all give them for the resiliency and bouncing back and going on these winning streaks to preserve their chances and whatever, the next step of this program under Marcus Freeman needs to be getting into November with playoff leeway. That's got to be the next step. You got to figure out a way to get through September unscathed and build yourself some leeway to where you're undefeated or you have one loss, and if you lose somewhere, you're not out of the playoff. That's got to be the next step of this. Because as impressive as these runs have been, and by the way, you haven't completed this one. I'm not getting ahead of myself. You haven't completed this one, but you're getting close. For as impressive as that is, the next step is you got to figure out how to build yourself some margin and leeway when you get into the later part of the year. That's got to be next, because the percentage odds of you running those tables after that they can't be that high. And you're damn near about to do it twice. But it can't be a high percentage likelihood. So they deserve all the credit in the world for doing it. But man, it'd be nice to have some breathing room late in the year. I'm looking for that stability from Freeman teams moving forward. Okay. But I genuinely look at this as like a free lease on life, spinning the wheel. You got to that first playoff ranking and it ended up like those first two games didn't really hurt you that much. I mean, yeah, you're not undefeated looking at a bye, but to lose those games and be in the field in the first playoff ranking is pretty damn impressive. And you got a big, big chance here. Here are two things that are on my mind. You have got to make this playoff. You have got to grind out a win against Pitt, blow them out, do whatever you need to do to beat Pitt. I don't think it's likely you lose the final two. If you're going to lose Price and Love, man, you got to get in this playoff and see what those guys could do. You just have to. You've got to win this string out. And if you're going to lose those guys, their last games need to be in the playoff, and you see what happens with those two studs. You got to, man. It would just, you got to pay this thing off if both of them are gone. You got to get in this playoff and see what they could do for you. And then here's my second thought. And I wrote about this late Saturday night after the game. If this team can run the rest of the way and make the playoff, Notre Dame's going to be a tough out in the playoff. When you look back at the Kelly playoff teams and the Freeman one from last year, what were they all built on? The same DNA. You knew Notre Dame was going to go in there and play tough physical defense, and you knew they were going to run the ball. And you also knew that if you stopped the run, Notre Dame had no answers. If you stacked the box, stuffed Notre Dame's run on early downs, you knew you were going to get 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, tight end crosser over the middle that Notre Dame's going to, and that's about it. None of these previous recent Notre Dame playoff teams could truly threaten defenses with the run and the pass game. This would be different. This would be different. This is the dimension that has been missing from these Notre Dame teams. When you knew that they played good enough defense, keep you in these ball games, had a good running game and usually good O-line play. And now you have these two dynamic backs while the O-line is trying to get healthier and get guys back, whatever. The missing link has always been the threat of Notre Dame to open it up and beat you deep. It's going to completely change the calculus of how any of these teams can try and defend Notre Dame. It changes everything. You want to sell out and stop the run? Carr's not afraid to throw it over you to Fields and Pauling and Faison. And if you're going to keep your guys back off the line a little bit, that's where Love and Price get you. It really puts defenses in a tough spot. Mike talked about how USC wanted to stop Carr, and they set up their defense, try and stop that passing game. What happened? They got shredded on the ground. BC and Navy went the other way with their personnel, trying to stop the run game. And then Carr burned you. Notre Dame is not going to be so easy to defend. I think it was Jared Clark. He's got a buddy that was on the Louisville staff from a couple years ago. I think it was the Sam Ardman year. And he was talking to that assistant coach. And that guy was laughing, saying, when we were prepping to play Notre Dame, it was 100% everyone crashing to the line of scrimmage, filling every gap, every single play. We had no fear, no respect to Notre Dame throwing it on us at all. None. All of our focus was crashing everybody to the line of scrimmage. We knew Notre Dame couldn't burn us with the pass. Those times are over. Those times are over. And, there's some other benefits to this too. Say Notre Dame gets down a couple scores in a game or whatever, you could actually throw your way and get some chunk plays down the field. Doesn't have to be a 12-play methodical run it in a cloud of dust to get down there. Like, if you needed to, Notre Dame could try and do that. Or jump somebody's bones, right? Not that you're losing and you need to catch up, but maybe you could mix in the run and the pass a little bit, get some chunk plays, jump somebody's bones, and get up a couple scores early with that pass. I'm just saying, it would just be a damn shame if this team doesn't finish this off and get to the playoff to see this blend of guys with the defense that's coming around and building momentum and been pretty damn good lately, to the two stud running backs, and then a pass game that actually kind of scares some people a little bit. It's going to be very different defending Notre Dame. This has been the missing element you haven't felt like you had, is a dangerous passing game to add into everything we do have that we like. This is a huge opportunity for Notre Dame, but only if you win the remaining 3 games, and the biggest one is coming up against Pitt. And I know they're a tough team. I know they've been playing good. They're trending up. They're coming off a bye. They got a young quarterback they like. Only lost 2 games, and they were ahead in both of them by double digits late. I know all this. They're going to be ready. So is Notre Dame, damn it. Notre Dame knows what's on the line. These guys are going to be ready for the moment. They have fought too hard to have it fall apart right at the end in the toughest game they have left. They're going to be ready, because I want to see what this new look, modern Notre Dame can do in this playoff. It's going to be different, and there's going to be some people surprised by it. Win these last 3 games and let's see it. What do you guys think?